Hello and welcome to another episode of Dream Home Cooking. I have a very interesting but delicious menu today. I am going to be showing you guys how I make my lettuce wraps, and then along with that I'm going to make a fried rice, but instead of rice I'm using cauliflower, so it's cauliflower fried rice is what I call it. And then I have this delicious sweet and sour chicken. And then I'm going to show you guys how I make my cabbage steaks, which goes so well with all of this that I'm preparing. And then I have a really delicious sauce that I'm going to show you guys how I make to put on the lettuce wraps. So I'll get started with the chicken because this takes the longest. It takes about 45 minutes or an hour to cook. And it's very, very simple. It's called sweet and sour chicken. I have 8 chicken thighs that I just kind of rinsed and patted dry. I already seasoned one side, so I'm going to go ahead and season the other side of these thighs. And the way that these chicken thighs come packaged, you want to make sure you open them up a little bit so all the chicken thigh can get seasoned. So I'm just going to put salt and then a little pepper. I love cooking chicken thighs because they are always so tender. Okay, and then I have a little garlic powder and a little onion powder. Okay. All right, and so that's the seasoning part of it. Now I have 3 ingredients that I'm gonna mix up. And this is the sauce on the chicken. It is absolutely delicious. So you wanna take an 8-ounce bottle of Russian dressing. Make sure you shake it real well. And we're just gonna pour it into this big measuring cup. Then I have a 13-ounce jar of apricot preserves. And this is what gives it the sweet part. Along with the Russian dressing too. It's got a little bit of a sweet and savory to it. So just scrape it out. I like to use a fork because it just makes it easy to mix up. And then I like to put a little pepper in this as well. And then here I have a package of Lipton onion soup. You just want to tear it open and we're going to just pour it into those 2 ingredients. You want to make sure that you get these 3 ingredients stirred up really good together. And then I'm going to take a spatula and just sort of scrape the sides, make sure I've got it all mixed. And then the last thing we do is pour this mixture over the chicken thighs. And you just want to evenly pour it over so that you cover each one as best you can. And when this is baking in the oven, it smells absolutely delicious. I start out a little generous or not so generous and then make sure everything's going to get covered, and then you can always go back if you missed any spots. Okay, so there is the sweet and sour chicken, and then I'm going to put this in an oven at 350 for 45 minutes to an hour. You just start watching it at 45 minutes, but generally I usually leave it in there an hour and it comes out perfect. Okay, so I'm going to put this in the oven at 350 for 45 minutes to an hour, and when we come back I'm going to get started on the lettuce wraps.
Since 1983, individuals and businesses in Alabama have relied on Wolf, Jones, Wolf, Hancock, Daniel, and South for their legal representation. Our experienced attorneys offer high-quality legal counsel in commercial law, real estate, and personal injury litigation. So if you need an attorney, hire the best attorney you can. Call the experienced North Alabama attorneys at Wolf, Jones, Wolf, Hancock, Daniel, and South to arrange your initial consultation, because we're dedicated to setting the standard for legal services.
Hey guys, I wanted to let y'all know about a year ago, me and Bruce Stone started a new company called Stonewood Homes. And Stonewood is a little different business plan than Woodland Homes because Stonewood is a scattered lot home builder, which means if you have a lot and you're looking for a builder, Stonewood is the answer. So if you own a home site or you're looking at building a custom home, give us a call at 830-9000 and let's start building.
Choosing an appliance can be complicated these days. That's why at Bob Wallace Appliance, we start by asking questions like an occasional cook or a serious chef, something just for you, or an army, once a week or once a day. You see, it's not just what we know about appliances, it's what we know about you. Bob Wallace Appliance, locally owned and operated for more than 35 years. Online at bobwallaceappliance.com.
When you select Wolde Flooring's hardwood, you don't just enhance your home, you transform it. With hundreds of beautiful, durable, hand-selected varieties that come with up to a 50-year warranty, you can count on unsurpassed beauty and proven durability that's guaranteed to stand the test of time. When you want the best flooring for your home, come to Wolde Flooring in Madison. WoldeFlooring.com, 256-325-8453.
Okay, we're back and I've got everything out to make these delicious lettuce wraps. This is one of my family's favorites. We love going to the restaurant P.F. Chang's, and that's one of our favorites we always get for an appetizer, and so I was bound and determined to figure out how to do them at home. And they're a little healthier at home, I think. So what you want to do, I have a tablespoon of olive oil that I put in the black skillet, let it heat for a little bit. Then this is a pound of ground turkey instead of chicken. It's just ground turkey. And I like to use my little tool that I have that you can get at any kitchen store when I'm trying to mash up ground beef or ground turkey or ground chicken. It just makes it easier. You just mash it down like that until it breaks into little bite-sized pieces. All right, and once I've gotten that broken down, I'm gonna go ahead and add my onion, and it is 1 small onion, or basically about a cup of onion chopped. Okay. And so you just want to make sure that this is nice and browned and the onion is brown too, and that's going to take about 7 or 8 minutes on medium high. Okay, so this is nice and brown, and you want to be sure not to forget the olive oil because ground turkey does not have a lot of fat in it at all, so you need that olive oil. Okay, so now I'm going to add about a teaspoon of salt and my usual round of seasonings: salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder. And so that's just some seasonings, and then I have some really good stuff I'm going to add. All right, so I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of green onion. And if you don't like green onion, you can leave it out, but we like it, and I think it adds a pretty color to it. All right, and then to that, I have some garlic. This is a teaspoon of minced garlic. And as you're adding these ingredients, the smell just gets better and better and better. Okay, so the next liquid ingredients are 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. And I like that they have the low sodium now. Thought I reached for the low sodium and I didn't, so that's all right. So you want 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, then a tablespoon of sriracha. I love this stuff. Okay. And then a tablespoon of, I was trying to do this with one hand, but I don't think it's gonna work. A tablespoon of rice wine vinegar. And if you have a hard time finding the rice wine vinegar where all the other vinegar is, it'll be on the international aisle of any grocery store. All right, and then lastly, I have a 1/3 cup of hoisin sauce. And that is the same, you find that definitely on the international aisle. It's very, very common. You can find it just about any grocery store. Okay, so I'm gonna stir all that together, and right now I've just got the heat on real, real low. It smells delicious. Okay, and then I'm gonna add a can of diced water chestnuts. I love these, it gives it that crunch. So I'm gonna let this simmer, and then I'm gonna get the stuff out for the cauliflower fried rice and the cabbage steaks.
When we came to looking for a cabinet company and a manufacturer to use, and with Wellborn being the selection, Wellborn has a good foundation within the company and the folks that run their company. And when you have a good foundation, things typically follow suit with that, and things will stay steady. Their values, I feel like, are on a solid foundation. I feel like their true intent is to build a product that will be a lasting product. You're going to love what you see.
Wellborn Cabinets, the essence of cabinetry, at Woodland Homes of Huntsville.
Hey guys, come on in.
Hey, Troy.
Yeah, let me show you around.
Wow.
You know, as the Acme Brick spokesperson, I get paid in brick. All the brick I want. Solid. What? Too much? To get Acme Brick quality, look for the Acme name. And here's the guest room. Hope you like a firm mattress.
My father started this business in 1977. The people that work for us is part of what sets us apart. All of our employees have experience. All of our plumbers have been with us for 10 years or greater. Our motto at Dean & Son is quality and service. We're going to do quality work. We don't leave people hanging. We're there when we're supposed to be. We're done when we're supposed to be. Living up to what you sell and service them after they pay you, that's where your integrity in the plumbing business comes.
Dean & Son Plumbing Company. Call today at 518-9780.
In choosing a contractor in today's market, finding someone that is going to take care of you and make sure that you're happy with their product, with the quality, it's not an easy task today. The most important thing to me is doing what you say you're going to do, taking care of the customer, installing a product that is superior. My motto is, call the lady with a team you can trust, and I feel confident that we are a team that you can trust.
Okay, so now I want to show you guys how I make these cabbage steaks. They are out of this world, and even if you don't like cabbage, you probably will like these. Okay, so what you want to do is you start with a whole head of cabbage and you peel the first 2 or 3 layers because it's kind of uneven. And now I'm just going to cut a little piece off of the end right here. And now I'm going to take and I'm going to cut about maybe 1.5 inch sections to where I end up with about 6 to 8 little cabbage steaks. Whew. Okay, I got these cut up, and it does take some elbow grease to get these little guys cut up. And actually, that was a huge head of cabbage, so you may want to be sure you get a medium-sized cabbage because that made it really hard. I did these the other night with a little small head of cabbage, and it was perfect. So what you want to do is we're going to drizzle some olive oil over each one of them, and you're going to do this on both sides. So I'm going ahead while I have them on the cutting board and doing the first side, and they need a lot of olive oil. This is what's going to help it in the process in the oven when it's roasting. Okay, so then I'm going to put some salt, and I like to use the coarse ground salt, and then a little pepper, and then I'm going to put a little bit of garlic powder on each one. Okay, then now I'm just going to flip them over, and I have a large baking sheet. This is actually a jelly roll pan. I'm going to put those onto the baking sheet, and I like to use parchment paper. It keeps it from burning on the bottom, and it's easy cleanup. Okay, so both sides of the cabbage are seasoned. Now I'm just going to put this in the oven at 400 degrees for 30 to 40 minutes. Okay, so the cabbage steaks are in the oven. Now I'm going to get started on the cauliflower fried rice. And you guys, this is amazing. It is so good, and if you are trying to watch your carbs, this is a perfect thing to make because you feel like you're getting the satisfaction from fried rice, but it's really cauliflower. So I'm going to start with 2 tablespoons of sesame oil. That just gives it a really wonderful flavor. And then 2 tablespoons of butter. And I'm gonna go ahead and turn the heat on. And I have this cute little wok, but you can certainly do this in just a big skillet. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the onion in there. This is 1/2 of an onion, chopped white onion. And I'm gonna just saute it for a couple of minutes before I add the rest of the ingredients. Okay, so just a minute or 2 on the onions. And then this is frozen peas and carrots. If you want to chop up a fresh carrot, you certainly can, but I like these bags of frozen peas and carrots, and you can thaw them or you can just throw them in there frozen and they'll cook in a matter of seconds. So I'm going to I have 2 eggs right here in this little dish, so I'm just going to break the yolks on them and mix them up because I'm going to scramble them last. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and add some salt, about a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of pepper. Just this cooking right here smells wonderful. The onion with that sesame oil and butter smells delicious. Okay, I'm gonna add the riced cauliflower, and this is equivalent to a little less than 2 cups. And this will serve about 4 to 6 people, depending upon your portion sizes. So you wanna just have it on about medium-high and just continue, like what I'm doing, just stirring it, and it'll take about maybe 5 minutes for that cauliflower to get tender. All right, so now I'm gonna add the soy sauce, and this gives it a really, really great flavor. And you're gonna wanna put 2 to 3 tablespoons. I know that sounds like a lot, but it gives it great flavoring. And you can always add more later after you serve it. Okay, now comes the part for the scrambled egg, and I'm gonna turn this down because I'm cooking with gas, so it's really, really strong. So I like to just make a well kind of in the middle, and then I'm just gonna take and pour this egg right over that. And it'll take a second, but it'll start to scramble, and you just want to continue to kind of stir it up and break that egg up to where it's like in the restaurants where you see little pieces of egg in it. So now that the egg is close to being scrambled, now I will start to just mix it all in there with the rest of the ingredients. And that's it, and you just want to let it cook for maybe 5-10 minutes on low, or just to keep it heated before you get ready to serve it. And it's delicious. I can't wait for you guys to try it, and I'd love to hear your feedback on it as well. All right, so that's the cauliflower fried rice. So I'm gonna get cleaned up and get the ingredients out for the sauce for the lettuce wraps. All right, so the last thing I'm making today is this delicious sauce for the lettuce wraps. And what you wanna do is, I have some really hot water in this measuring cup. It's a 1/2 cup of hot water. To that, you're gonna take 3, I know it's a lot, but 3 tablespoons of sugar. So we're gonna just stir this sugar into that hot water until it's mostly dissolved. Okay, and then to that, I'm gonna add 3 teaspoons of soy sauce, and then 2 tablespoons of rice wine vinegar, and then 1/4 teaspoon of sesame oil, 2 tablespoons of ketchup. And then the last thing you want to put in here is a tablespoon of fresh lemon juice I squeezed into this little bowl. I wanted to tell you guys about our featured community today as well. It's Inspiration on Green Mountain. And if you haven't been up to Green Mountain yet, I highly encourage you to visit it. And it's right just a couple blocks from the Madison County Nature Trail. There's so much to do up here, and the air feels cleaner, it's beautiful, and Mike will tell you guys more in-depth information about Inspiration. So the sauce is ready, and now I'm gonna get cleaned up, and when Mike comes back, we will have everything out and ready, and we'll be able to eat all of this delicious food today.
All right, today we are at Inspiration, and one thing about Inspiration, it's always changing, it's always growing, and we have just developed phase 4 of Inspiration. In phase 4, we have what I think are some of the prettiest home sites in all of Huntsville. And what makes these home sites so great is the fact that, number one, most all of the home sites are a minimum of a 1/2 acre or larger. Number 2, they're all wooded. So just about every single home site that we have up on the mountain is a nice wooded home site. And then number 3 is the terrain. You know, a lot of the home sites down in the valley are just flat, but up here on the mountain it's gently rolling, and it just makes for a different type of community. So one of the things that I'm really excited about is the Overlook Cabana. We're pulling up on it now, and can't wait to show it to y'all. Come on, let's go take a look. So this is what I have been talking about. I'm so excited about this. We've come over here and I've designed this to where this bridge goes across this creek bed, and we built it up and kind of built a waterfall system. And I wanted our neighbors to be able to enjoy the cabana, but also have the relaxing musical sound of the waterfall and water. So once again, the concept about this overlook cabana was to give our owners that have an interior lot and our bluff owners a place where they could just come and enjoy this beautiful facility. We built a big, huge, nice stone masonry fireplace. So I just picture this as a place that the community could come together and enjoy these magnificent views. And the only place that you're going to be able to get views like this is Inspiration. So one of the great things about Inspiration and also the Preserve at Inspiration is we are developing a lifestyle community with the land trust trail systems, all of our interconnecting sidewalks. This overlook cabana is just one of the treasures that all of our customers will get to enjoy. You've got additional amenities such as the lodge, and of course it has its fully equipped fitness center. It's got zero entry swimming for the kids. It's got Olympic sized swimming pool in case adults want to swim a mile a day. It's basketball, it's tennis courts, but it's a growing community. And about every other month, we've got different activities planned. So if you're new into town or you have an existing home that you own and you're looking at maybe making a move, Inspiration is a great family community. It's easy to meet your neighbors. It's easy to get connected within the community. A lot of the ladies get together once a month and they have book club. You know, so it's all about lifestyle living, and that's what you're going to get at Inspiration. So we just invite you up. We're open 7 days a week. The weather's turning nice. It's being beautiful. So, you know, come up, spend an hour on the mountain and look at our model and look at our community, and then spend another couple hours at the nature trail. It's a beautiful facility. We're all within nature. So for more information on Inspiration or the Preserve at Inspiration, give us a call at 830-9000 or log on to our website, woodlandhomes.com. But the best thing to do is just drive up to Inspiration on Green Mountain and check it out for yourself. So y'all come and see us and you'll see this gorgeous view that I'm talking about.
We're back, and as promised, I've got Mike here with me in the kitchen.
And I'm glad to be here.
Lettuce wrap day. Still
it's Asian
yes,
day, huh?
And it's still healthy.
Good.
Still healthy. I put the cauliflower in there instead of rice.
You know, and we had this the other night.
Yeah.
And really, it's very, very good.
It is.
But it does taste like fried
tastes
rice.
like fried rice, yeah.
So
it's delicious, and if you're on a low carb kind of diet and you kind of need a little bit of a fix, that'll do it for you. And then of course lettuce wraps, my little special sauce, and then Sadler, our producer, was questioning me on the cabbage steaks, but they're pretty.
And they're good.
They are good.
Yeah.
I told the viewers we made them for Shane and Heather the other night, and they loved them.
Yep.
So, and then of course the sweet and sour chicken. That does have sugar in it because it's got the apricot preserves, but it's delicious. This all is a great, great combination.
Well, it smells all great.
Thank you.
I can't wait to eat.
Yeah, me too. That's the story of our life. So I was telling the viewers about our Inspiration community up on Green Mountain, which is so incredibly awesome. I talked about you're really changing the face of Green Mountain in a positive manner.
Well, you know, we've been up here for several years now, and we have just completed phase 4.
Right.
And you know, Inspiration, it's a great community, and actually we have 2 different communities up here. We have the Preserve at Inspiration, which is located just below the nature trail, and then we have Inspiration, and the Preserve starts in the 300s. The Inspiration starts basically in the $400,000 price range. But Last year, we completed the lodge.
Yeah.
So the amenity package.
That is huge. I didn't even talk about that.
Yeah, the exercise room. We've got an Olympic-sized swimming pool. All that was built last year. Tennis courts, basketball courts. So great facility. And then across the street from that, we're putting in our main entrance into Phase 4. So that's in the process of being completed in landscape, which is going to be one of the nicest ones in all of Huntsville. But one of the things that I've been excited about, and I couldn't wait to get started construction on it, and I'm just about completed, is the Overlook Cabana.
Yes, see, you took me out there not long ago. It is spectacular.
Yeah, so what we're doing is we're building a timbered beam cabana, which is about 30 by 40 feet long, right on the edge of the bluff. And for those people who come up here and they want to buy something on the interior, then it gives them an acre of land right on the bluff that I've carved out as a common area, and it's a great place to, neighbors to get together and play music.
I envision birthday parties and weddings. They would make a beautiful wedding style.
I see weddings at the Overlook Cabana, and then everybody going to the lodge and having a reception, and and that's the reason why I've built all this, because people need venues for special occasions and entertainment, and that's what we've done up here on Green Mountain.
It's just a wonderful community. I can't say enough about it. And the preserve is so unique in and of itself with all the wooded home sites. You don't see that anywhere in Huntsville anymore.
You really don't.
It's just beautiful.
And I'm going to go ahead and break the news. Okay, so we bought some more land up on Green Mountain. So the preserve will expand. So right now we're to the south of the nature trail, and the tract that I just bought actually is to the west of the nature trail. So the preserve will keep growing, but we've worked with the land trust up here. They've acquired a piece of property for their trail system. We've allowed them interconnectivity through our communities with their system. And when you move up here, it's lifestyle. And I guess the only way that you can really get a true feeling for what a wonderful community this is really just to kind of come up and just drive up and visit us. But one of the things that our customers are really taking advantage of right now is our trade-in program, to where you don't have to worry about your existing home. We're going to take care of that. We're going to buy that. You invest in a new home, and we just make it simple and easy.
Absolutely.
So that's what it's all about. So for more information on Melissa's great recipes,
you can log on to woodlandhomes.com. Also, our Dream Home Cooking Facebook page.
Yep.
And as always, we thank our sponsors, and you can also get on our website at woodlandhomes.com and click directly to their links.
Yeah,
and we appreciate them.
And they do a great job.
Yes, they do.
So for more information, we just encourage you to come out, visit Inspiration. We're open 7 days a week, and or you can give us a call at 256-830-9000. So y'all come and see us.
And let's eat.
Let's eat.